Chapter 11. The small bamboo forest on campus, quite large, both deep and dark, is actually the place where many couples come to make out at night. Thanks to the small bamboo forest in front of the stone statue of Confucius sage, really want to envy the ancients' awe. Chen Ming came early, looked around, crashed through a lot of embarrassing scenes, but also attracted a lot of white eyes of couples. He is also more ashamed, not intentionally as a light bulb awe, but Ni Haitang asked him to come here awe. Seeing so many couples up and down here, lip syncing, Chen Ming mood is low. Once upon a time, he and Li Meng also come here twice a day to promote feelings, very exciting. Suddenly, there was an angry rebuke from behind. "Ah, Chen Ming, you cheap ah?"
Li Meng disgustedly said, "You tracked me to here. You are really a typical dog licker. I have said that it is impossible between us. Wei is the most suitable man for me." Yang Wei also laughed. "Chen Ming, didn't I warn you? You do not come back to pester my Meng Meng, or I will not be polite. You are so silk, being dumped and still rushing over pathetically, what a shaggy dog." Chen Ming did not bother to pay attention to these two dogs and men, said, "Hey, self-serving, I wait for people."
Tisk. Really dead chicken support rice cover, mouth hard. Li Meng deliberately pulled out her Apple phone to show off. Said, "Look at you, left me as a single dog. I heard that you are so poor today to go to the library to steal someone else's breakfast. Ha ha ha." Laughing dead. The schoolgirl was caught red-handed taking pictures of a beautiful woman in the business school, but she was also magnanimous enough not to see eye to eye with you. I say, how you do not grow up at all. The poorer you are, the less ambition you have. Chen Ming speechless. This rumor stops at the wise. Apparently the two in front of the IQ worry. Yang Wei laughed, touching Li Meng's fat buttocks, said, "Not it. I said that the poorer the person is, the more cheap is this truth, no character at all. Follow such a man, is a disgrace." Chen Ming narrowed his eyes. This Yang Wei is deliberate. In front of him, so directly and roughly touching Li Meng, trying to stimulate him. "Ah yeah. Ah Wei, you made me that." Li Meng gasped twice, aware of Chen Ming watching, shyly angry. Yang Wei, on the other hand, became more excited and said, "What are you afraid of? Let him watch. Poor Silk does not deserve to have a woman, only with hands. His father is also a dead poor man. If not my father and his father is a classmate. Pity their family poor. Give them a job as a watchman. Ha." Chen Ming fist clenched, said in a deep voice, "Yang Wei, you seek death." Yang Wei shivered. He knew that Chen Ming actually fights quite powerful. He hurriedly did not dare to say the father and mother. He also put his hand deep inside Li Meng's clothes, some rubbing, carnally said, "What? You can fight, hit me ah. You are just jealous of me, jealous that I am richer than you. Jealous that I got Li Meng's heart and stole your girlfriend, isn't it? That's my ability, you don't have it. Can you find a prettier and better woman than Li Meng? You only deserve to go back to your village and find an ugly village girl and muddle through your life. That's enough. You shut up." Suddenly, a girl on the side of the road wearing a white spun gown with long fluttering hair shouted and walked up to Chen Ming and intimately reached out to hold him, saying, "Chen Ming, I've kept you waiting." Chen Ming saw Ni Haitang. She seems to have dressed up today, extraordinarily beautiful. Ni Haitang took Chen Ming's arm and scolded, "Please don't hurt my boyfriend. Otherwise I Ni Haitang will not be polite to you." Yang Wei blurted out, "How is it possible?" Li Meng was stunned on the spot. "This is not possible. How long has it been since we broke up? How long has it been since we broke up? Who better to find than Ni Haitang, one of the top 3 schoolgirls of China University of Technology. She is a rich girl that everyone knows. On the first day of school, her father got more than 20 luxury cars to line the whole school road, and also rolled out the red carpet to give her publicity, telling everyone that she, Ni Haitang, is rich and beautiful. Although Li Meng is good-looking, but compared to Ni Haitang, regardless of appearance, body, family, and even voice are not as good. Such a woman, How can look at Qin Ming such a stinking silk ah?
Li Meng pinched his arm. Why ah?
Impossible ah. This must be a dream. He is a stinking silk. Leaving her is nothing. He Qin Ming only deserved to live in the chagrin and misery of losing Li Meng every day, only deserved to follow her. Peeping at her from afar is right. Li Meng's inner vanity makes her excited whenever she sees Qin Ming down and out. Li Meng is right to dump Qin Ming, proving she has a good eye. However, seeing Qin Ming living better than her, looking for a woman better than her, she was anxious inside. She could not be compared. How can Qin Ming have a better life than her? How could he have a better woman than her? He must be worse off than she is. She pushed Yang Wei's arm away. Say something. But Yang Wei throat, grunt, swallowed saliva. His eyes have been staring at Ni Haitang. Too beautiful. So beautiful that he could not move his eyes. He actually also had a crush on Ni Haitang. Just think that the gap between the two is too big. Do not dare to pursue. In fact, he is also the first time so close to see Ni Haitang. The white skin, ice muscle, curved willow eyebrows, a smile are so charming. Especially the slim waistline, the two groups of mature peaks, full of charming temptation. Li Meng saw his man staring at Qin Ming's girlfriend. Like this. She was more angry inside, doubly humiliated. Qin Ming left her, but found a better one? Who can accept this? You can see for yourself, I'm going back. Li Meng angrily flung her hand and left. She could not stay. Yang Wei just woke up like a dream. The woman opposite him can only be seen from afar. Li Meng is his girlfriend, said, eh? Meng, you listen to my explanation. Qin Ming shook his head. It is really self-defeating. He also asked, when did I become your boyfriend? Ni Haitang let go of his hand and slapped Qin Ming, feigning anger. Where are you? Not thanking me but questioning me. I just came to see you being ridiculed and sarcastic, to help you out. Qin Ming smiled sarcastically. Yes. I want to thank you, twice, once at the badminton court at noon and once just now. Say, what do you want? I can satisfy you. Ni Haitang giggled. Yes, I really want to ask you a favor. Qin Ming said without thinking, what kind of favor? Ni Haitang pursed her lips and said, my family has recently encountered some trouble. My living expenses are limited. You said you know how to speculate in stocks? Can you teach me? Chapter 12. In the boys' dormitory, Qin Ming got his SLR back. Most of the photos inside were deleted, leaving only one, which was Ni Haitang doing a scissor hand selfie, which was obviously a photo that Ni Haitang had specially left for Qin Ming. Qin Ming was so happy that he saved the photo to his phone as wallpaper. Don't you know how to speculate in stocks? Teach me. The mind recalled Ni Haitang's words and would actually ask to teach him to speculate in stocks. I didn't expect that a lie from him would make Ni Haitang misunderstand that he was a stock speculation expert. He remembered that the person in charge of Huan Yu Century's industrial business in Guang City was Hu Qing, which also managed several securities companies and investment foundations. The next morning, Qin Ming gave a greeting to Song Ying and asked her to order Hu Qing to make some preparations, and he was going to the more famous Tiancheng Securities Company in Guangcheng City. In front of the school, Qin Ming and Ni Haitang took a drip and drove all the way to Tiancheng Securities Company. Drip carmaster Si Tu Young could not help but persuade, young man, to go to speculation? Listen to uncle, a word of advice. The sea of stocks is endless. Turn back is the shore. Uncle was previously engaged in trade, worth millions. Since the stock market for 3 years, it has become open drops. Peeved. Ni Haitang could not help but laugh when she heard this. She said, that's different. He is very powerful, only recently earned 100,000 yuan. The master said disdainfully, 100,000 is nothing? My peak in the stock market earned 2 million. And now I am still not open drops? The water in the stock market is deep. It is the territory of predators. We are fat sheep. Every year there are a number of fat sheep waiting to be slaughtered. Qin Ming just smiled and did not say anything. He is a global wealthy son of the righteousness of the need to play hard to get on such occasions? But Ni Haitang is dissatisfied. That is you, not on his behalf. The master shook his head, feel their own golden words, but cannot persuade these young people who are looking forward to a huge fortune. Oh, I came here to suggest that you do not listen, when the time comes all set to regret. Arrived at the Tiancheng Securities Company, but the entrance was crowded, the staff were out in line, but also repeated the practice of the slogan to meet the big man. Qin Ming and they were blocked from entering. Qin Ming said, "Please, give way, we have to go to open an account." The female manager looked back and saw that Qin Ming was dressed in a stall, his trouser pockets were empty, and she was depressed. Every year, this kind of greedy new, playful to open an account of people like cattle hair. Not even understand what the stock is to open an account, a waste of time. Today the big boss is coming, but also accompanied by a distinguished guest. Their bosses are rushed back from the field to meet, and the entire staff of Tiancheng Securities have to come out to meet the big boss, which has time to greet the idol? The female manager said disgustedly, "I'm not available today, go to another house." What? Your securities company opened its doors to do business? There is no time for this statement? Ni Haitang is dissatisfied, said, "We are here to open an account, what attitude you?" The female manager said impatiently, "I have this attitude, what is wrong? How much money do you have? $500,000 there? Take a couple of thousand to speculate in the stock market, playhouse? We have a big client today, we don't have time for poor people like you. Either wait or go to another place. How much money does your man have?" Ni Haitang was angry, but she had brought her own personal money today, only 100,000 yuan. So she was really underestimated. But Qin Ming and Song Ying and Hu Qing appointment is here. It is not good to go to another home, can only appease, forget about it and so on. Less than 5 minutes, 2 BMW parked at the door. The female manager looked at the card, hurriedly ran over to open the door. Bowed, "Sister Shah, boss." Other employees have also bowed and saluted, in unison, "Welcome boss, welcome Sister Shah." This is a really grand battle. The car came down with a long-legged woman with heavy makeup and a short, fat middle-aged man with big ears, both of whom waited for the staff to salute before leaving. Ni Haitang whispered, "Show off." This voice is not loud. But let that Sister Shah heard. Sister Shah frowned. "Tisk. Where's the wild girl?" The female manager hurriedly smiled. "Sister Shah, just 2 young people, want to open an account to speculate in stocks. There is not much money, just for fun." Sister Shah's glance fell on Qin Ming, because Qin Ming's dress is particularly ordinary. Sister Shah is used to seeing the rich and famous. Feel Qin Ming's special eyesore. She sneered. "Oh, I know. Learned people pretend. Come to the securities company to take a picture. The circle of friends and then pick up girls. Ha ha ha. This kind of silk is really more these days." The fat-headed boss touched Shah's waist and said, "Wife, what do you care about these inferior people? The big boss is coming. I heard that the people behind the big boss will also come. Then we will be able to see the higher level of the circle. The future is not a matter of flying." Shah held the pig's head face a kiss down. "Husband, you are really capable." After saying that, and turned back to look at Ni Haitang jealously. She is also a woman. How can not see that Ni Haitang is many times more beautiful than her? And just now her man eyes wandering in Ni Haitang. But what's the point of being pretty? Your man has my man's ability? The pearls are also not light when you are looking for an old man. She sneered from on high, "See? All women, you and I so big gap, know why? Because you find a smelly silk, ha ha ha." The surrounding staff also followed the laugh, but most of them are awkward laugh. Only the female manager looked deeply thought, and echoed, "Sister Shah is right, but this silk is also thick skin, actually can wait until now. Huh." Sister Shah said funny, "Wait a long time? Hubby. You see how powerful and famous the company you manage, people are waiting to go in and open an account to invest. The fat-headed boss was happy and said, "Is that so? The kid is so sincere for your sake. Give you a chance, go in. Ali, go to him to open an account, see how much money he has to speculate in stocks." Ni Haitang pulled Qin Ming and said, "Qin Ming, don't, I can't stand it. What kind of people are these? Let's go somewhere else." Qin Ming shook his head and said, "Forget it, don't be normal with these people. I also have an appointment here. I can't let people change places, right?" Ni Haitang heard that Qin Ming also had an appointment. Then there is no choice but to follow. Entering the Tiancheng Securities Company, the early arrivals were already in the lobby staring at the board. However, the board was a miserable green, with a few red ones occasionally. "Fill out the information," the female manager asked, "their own speculation or find our agent." I said, "First, our agent commission is the most expensive in the industry, but our investment level is the best in the industry. Number 500,000, we do not accept agents." This is Ni Haitang to speculate in stocks. She only has 100,000 yuan. Once she heard the agent principal to start from 500,000, suddenly some rash. The manager laughed at her appearance. "Tisk, what a joke, no money to learn how to speculate. You think this is a casino? Your man is so useless, he can't even take out 500,000. If I were you, I would leave of my own accord and save myself the embarrassment of staying." Qin Ming took the information and got up and said, "Shame is my own business, I am here to earn money." The female manager smiled contemptuously, "What are you capable of?" And shamelessly, "I'll watch and see how you earn." Chapter 13. Tiancheng Securities Company Hall, the board is a miserable green. And in the VIP office, Sister Sha screamed, "Do not fall again, ah? Really angry with me, this Guoan biological, only up 3 days. I have not thrown it, began to fall half a month. My 2 million, all trapped." Sister Sha was so angry that she slapped the table and slammed the door to go out for air. Sister Sha walked down the hall and saw Qin Ming and Ni Haitang looking up at the big screen. She was angry, seeing the beautiful Ni Haitang. She hated women who were prettier than her. She walked over and said, There are really poor people who are not afraid to die. Sitting all day dreaming of getting rich overnight. Hey, what did you buy, Qin Ming lazy, Ni Haitang more, do not pay attention to this heavy perfume smell of women. Pinch the nose and walk away 2 steps. Sister Sha is the first time to be ignored looking at these two. They too stink. Silk actually dare to ignore her. Fang Mei Sha? Fang Mei Sha was so angry that she gritted her teeth and shouted, "Ali! Which stock did they buy?" The female manager with a tablet computer quickly found Ni Haitang's account. Quietly said, "Century Tianyuan. The stock fell yesterday. After the opening of a small upturn continued to fall. 298 cannot sell. It is estimated that the fall. These two are fools." Fang Meixia, a look at the Century Tianyuan stock, a miserable green, suddenly laughed. Her former hedge, the 2 foolish money, also hit the water. She was in a good mood. Fang Meixia arrogantly said, "Tisk, don't think more, read 2 books to rush to the stock market. Ha ha ha. The full set of money into it? The end of the bar? Stupid, right?" The female manager, Ali, also fanned the flames and said, "Do you need us to lend you $10 to take the bus back? We provide the best service for our customers." Ni Haitang was also very trusting of Qin Ming. But now, seeing the market in a miserable green, her palms are wet. She said nervously, "Qin Ming, is it really possible? Do we still have a chance?" Qin Ming said confidently, "Don't worry, the market will go up later, believe me." Fang Meixia, a life coach tone, said, "Ha ha ha. Really sweet words, little sister. I tell you, this only bragging man, or not to be. Silk, no money, not to mention, but also not down to earth. The money you put all in, right? If I were you, I would have dumped him immediately, and spit too." Qin Ming frowned. This woman is not out of his mind? From the very beginning, she targeted him. What for? Do you really think he has a good temper? He was about to make suddenly saw the fat-headed boss with a cell phone hurriedly running downstairs. While yelling, "All the staff have, the big boss is here, quickly line up." Fang Meixia happy, said, "Ha, the big boss is here. Stinky Silk, you see what look? That is the circle you can reach. Contact with the people? Hey, also right, your whole body is not enough to add up to 100. Stinky Silk is also worth watching people from afar." Qin Ming was really angry. He said to Ni Haitang, "Haitang, you sit and watch, I go to the bathroom." And at this time outside the gate, Fang Meixia holding her man Dai Gao's arm, said, "Eh? 2 cars, a Rolls-Royce, a Mercedes, a man, a woman. Who is the big boss?" "The woman is the big boss mistress?" "Pa." Dai Gao a slap over, scolded, "Bleep what? Big boss anything cannot be discussed. Let the big boss herd, who are not good." Fang Meixia inexplicably beaten, although full of resentment, but did not dare to make, after all, she still have to rely on this man to spend money to support her. Dai Gao bent over and greeted him with a smile, saying, "Mr. Hu, welcome." However, Hu Qing pushed his hand and cursed, "Block the way, get out of the way. Why so many people? The young master does not like so noisy, all withdrawn." Dai Gao was slapped, did not dare to squeal. Know that the show did not shoot the horse's ass. He hurried to get out of the way, at the same time waved his hand and shouted, "Disperse, all go to work." Hu Qing scolded Dai Gao, and bent over to open the door for Song Ying, and pleasantly said, "Song secretary, the young master did not come with you?" Song Ying, 2 snow-white long legs outstretched, a competent professional dress, black show coiled in the back of the head, white and flawless melon face, beautiful as a fairy, but that a pair of sharp eyes are warning everyone who coveted her. She is not easy to mess with. Song Ying carried a tablet computer, while walking and said, "The young master has arrived, waiting inside it." Hu Qing hit a sudden, nervous, "What? How? Damn. I'm late, Secretary Song later. Please plead with the young master for me. I really did not mean to be late." Song Ying said calmly, "It's okay. The young master deliberately came early to inspect the branch only." Dai Gao and Fang Meixia and the female manager A Li listened to the clouds. Dare to say that there are people above the big boss. This beauty is only the young master's secretary, and the young master has long arrived? But all morning, did not see any young top rich generation to the company. The crowd could not help but think of Qin Ming, but then laughed, how could it be him? A body of stall goods, but also with the Huawei $1,000 machine, how earthy. The crowd flocked Song Ying up to the office, but saw that there was already Qin Ming sitting inside. Dai Gao, look, this person is not crazy? He cursed, "Are you crazy? How to mix in? Out, hurry out, security. Security." A slap, Hu Qing a slap in the past, hit Dai Gao dizzy eyes. Hu Qing scolded, "Dai Gao, what nerve you have. The young master is also you can scold? Do you want to do it? When a securities company's boss, you think you are an onion?" Said. Hu Qing 3 steps forward, 90 degrees bowed, said, "Sorry young master, old Hu I came late." Shocked. Dai Gao and Fang Meixia and female manager A Li, they are dumbfounded. This young man dressed in such dirt is actually the person behind the big boss? How is this possible? He came here by drip. He opened the account only 100,000 yuan. Dai Gao's face was white, cold sweat, and suddenly his legs went limp and he knelt down directly. The Fang Meixia more unbelievable, "Big boss, you are not the wrong person? This guy is a stinky silk well." Snap! Fang Meixia words were slapped by Song Ying. Song Ying's palm strength is surprisingly large. Fang Meixia was directly knocked out. Lying on the ground. Teeth popped 3. A mouth of blood. Head scattered. The whole is not good. Song Ying frowned and said, "Is this person an employee here? How come he's not wearing work clothes?" Dai Gao Baba stammered, She. Ooh! Hu, save me ah! Hu Qing originally did not understand Dai Gao as what the situation, but heard Dai Gao this begging words he understood. Must be Qin Ming arrived early, but by Dai Gao neglected. Now Qin Ming identity is noble, regret, but it is too late. Hu Qing cursed in his heart, this stupid, and burned the fire on me. He cautiously asked, young master. Qin Ming raised his palm in vain and said indifferently, immediately operational, pushing up the share price of Century Tianyuan. This thing is not good, you roll your own. Gulp. Hu Qing swallowed saliva. His heart rose infinite fear, because his glory and wealth, his high position, are pinched in the hands of the man in front of Ah. Chapter 14. Inside the office, Fang Meixia was just slapped by Qin Ming's personal secretary, full of blood. She sat with dull eyes on the ground, too scared to breathe. She saw her man also kneeling on the ground in cold sweat, no dignity. That female manager Ali is equally scared, soft, afraid on the ground, cannot stand up. And Dai Gao, so respected big boss Hu Qing, got a deadly order to push up the stock price of Century SkySource, is seriously manipulating a computer, and connected to one phone call after another, mobilizing funds and contacting acquaintances to help. Fang Meixia, with the benefit of hindsight, realized that the inferior person she ridiculed was actually the superior person to whom her heart yearned. This is the first time she has seen such a top-notch rich generation, and it is actually so low-key? So low profile that the whole body is not worth $100? Fang Meixia felt that her three views collapsed. You are not playing a trick on people? Qin Ming drank a cup of coffee, looked at Fang Meixia, and asked, Mr. Dai, is it really appropriate to take your wife to and from the workplace? Dai Gao is stirring. He can become the head of the Tiancheng Securities. That is also some of the ability to read people's minds. He could see that the big boss behind this young master seems to be kind-hearted, no intention to drive away, otherwise would not ask him such questions. Dai Gao lowered his head, carefully returned, young master, Fang Meixia is not my wife. She is just my girlfriend only. She has angered the young master. I must also break up with her. This morning I slip of the tongue, please young master punishment. This matter is not at all to blame Who he does not know not guilty. I Dai Gao is willing to bear all the mistakes made today. Qin Ming listened. This Dai Gao is quite good at being a man, supporting his own boss a hand, probably expecting Hu Qing to fish him out. When Fang Meixia heard this, she knew that she was finished. Dai Gao, in order to save himself, to Hu Qing's crime, abandoned her. She thought of her own glory and wealth all gone, just because of offending such an insignificant young man. Fang Meixia felt the sky fall. Cloak and dagger, she madly pounced on Qin Ming. Fang Meixia, teeth and claws, yelled, "You stinking silk! You bastard! You pounced! It's all your fault! If you did not suddenly appear, how would I be Dai Gao abandoned? How could I have lost my glory and fortune? My villa is gone, my BMW is gone, my free life is gone, I'll fight you." But Song Ying blocked in front of Qin Ming and gently kicked Fang Meixia to the ground. Qin Ming did not even bother to look at her. This kind of money-worshipping woman, to his shoes, are not worthy. At this time Hu Qing wiped his sweat, said nervously, "Young master, fortunately, Century Tianyuan stock price is already rising, today can stop. But we also invested 10 million. But the young master rest assured that as long as the operation is done properly, I can make the money back later. The question is, how many days does the young master want this stock to go up?" Qin Ming pushed Ni Haitang's account forward, shook his head and said, "1 day is enough, and then credit this account with 1 million. Hu Qing responded and credited Ni Haitang's account with $1 million. Qin Ming saw the job done, patted Hu Qing on the shoulder, said, "This is a good job. Dai Gao is your man, you can handle it yourself. Today's situation, I do not want to see a second time." Qin Ming palmed this pat, pressure Hu Qing, that old face a shiver. His status and wealth is preserved. And he also felt Qin Ming's importance to him. Dai Gao left him to deal with himself, is the best proof. Qin Ming got up and left the office. Hu Qing and others bowed to see him off. Qin Ming just left. Hu Qing kicked to Dai Gao, so angry that he cursed. Dai Gao, you dog-eyed thing. Almost killed me. You go away, as far away as possible. One day I remember you and then get back to me. And you, the lobby manager, get lost as well. Dai Gao, which dare an opinion. His everything is given by Hu Qing. He did not dare to put a fart numb roll away. He knows that he is impossible to come back, unless until the young master is in a good mood. Hu Qing at the same time remember him to fish for him. Otherwise he cannot come back. The female manager A. Li heard that she was fired. Wow, cried out, because Tiancheng Securities is a very famous company in Guangzhou. High wages, stable work. But she has entrusted a lot of relations to come in. This is all gone. In the securities hall, Ni Haitang folded her hands and held her forehead, praying silently in her heart, praying that the stock market was in a miserable green. The one she bought could go up against the market. Suddenly, her shoulder was pressed. Ni Haitang turned around to see Qin Ming. Immediately anxious tears spinning. Is it the end?
Qin Ming smiled lightly and nudged the screen with his chin, saying, "Look."
Ni Haitang looked up, eyes suddenly bright. That a miserable green plate, Century Tianyuan A stock is really a little red. The share price has risen to 35 yuan, still rising. A veteran stockholder shocked, wow, is there a mistake? What makes this Century Tianyuan? A milk seller, why the market rose against the It's not a big brand. Another shareholder TSKED. What a stock market miracle, the market is down. And this Century SkySource can still rise. Long time to see. Some people questioned, could there be Big Brother behind the manipulation? Some also objected. Hey, a Big Brother manipulating a common stock is too much, right? This is a miracle. Ni Haitang excitedly clapped her hands and said, it's up. It's up. Qin Ming, you're amazing. It's really up. You're amazing. Once excited, Ni Haitang directly hugged Qin Ming, jumping and praising. The two groups of softness in her breasts that are ripe for breeding also rubbed Qin Ming's chest, bouncing and bouncing very cool. Qin Ming, cheeks a red, said, hurry up and sell it. Speculation cannot be greedy chase. Ni Haitang nodded in agreement and hurried to sell. In the afternoon, Ni Haitang sold all the stocks. She looked at the balance in the card, surprised, tugged Qin Ming's arm and said, this day earned 1,003,000. Qin Ming, you are too powerful, simply the god of wealth reincarnation. The corners of Qin Ming's mouth twitched. Fortunately Ni Haitang does not know stocks, otherwise this reveal is too obvious. But he does not care, $1 million to him now, and $1 is no different. He smiled and said, you know why it has to be Tiancheng Securities? Because I know a big man in the stock world, he has first-hand information. I follow him to invest on the line, no loss. Ni Haitang admired, wow, you actually know such a great, really unexpected. The real person is really a real person, Qin Ming. I knew you would not suffer for life, good job. That Li Meng abandoned you is her loss. Qin Ming smiled bitterly and suddenly talked about Li Meng, the can he could never forget, his first love, which he loved and hated. Ni Haitang saw Qin Ming look gloomy, realized that he said the wrong thing, quickly patted his mouth, said, look at my crow's mouth, let's go back. By the way, today's commission, I'll give you 100,000 yuan. Give me the card number. Qin Ming also does not care, said, you are not short of money recently? Cannot pay back first. Ni Haitang pouted and said, I am short of money, can have you short? You helped me for a day. This commission must be, if I am not really short of money recently, the commission I will give more. Qin Ming also did not bother to look at the card balance. The two called the drop back to school. When he returned to the dormitory, it was not too late. Qin Ming just walked to the dormitory. He heard the dormitory three brothers very annoyed cursing. F***ck. Really angry? This dog than Yang Wei? This is not based on the money to bully people? I'm so angry. Qin Ming frowned. This Yang Wei, and what did he do? Rags to Riches Chapter 15-16. Boom. As soon as you enter the door you see Zhao Li Niu angry at the table. Liang Xiaoyang saw Qin Ming, said, Xiao Ming, you come and see. Zhang Xiaoyan live PK. Our classmates are helping to send her gifts to pull popularity. The results of that Yang Wei not to help their own even if, but also deliberately help others, resulting in Zhang Xiaoyan's popularity is almost more than. Qin Ming came over to the computer to take a look. Is the Seafood Station Beauty Anchor PK contest. The winner of each PK can get 10,000 yuan big red packet. And Zhang Xiaoyan is their economics classmates. Look very pure, a little bit of Young Yan feeling, can sing and dance. Since the opening of the class many students have gone to support the scene. Liang Xiaoyang pointed to the red side of the live room, another beautiful Anchor woman. The Anchor woman's fan list is clearly a big tycoon Yang Wei. Name hanging VIP sign. And the screen also shows the big tycoon Yang Wei sent a plane. Qin Ming said strangely, Yang Wei did not also give Zhang Xiaoyan brush gifts before? Why suddenly not brush? Zhao Li Niu said, because this morning Zhang Xiaoyan heard Li Meng badmouthing you and ridiculing you, so he said a couple of things when he couldn't stand it. As a result, she was held in a grudge and let Yang Wei not give her a gift. Liang Xiaoyang said, yes. Zhang Xiaoyan's live is not hot, but many gifts are Yang Wei and Zhao Fugi brush. They want to pursue Zhang Xiaoyan well, but Zhang Xiaoyan does not care about them. Now Zhao Fugi is not sure who broke his hand and was hospitalized, and Yang Wei found Li Meng, so he did not give her a gift. But not to brush it, but also deliberately brush Xiaoyan's opponent, has caused Xiaoyan to lose twice PK. Boom. Zhao Li Niu slapped the table and said, but I hate that we don't have that much money. I only have $3,000 a month to spend, so I can't brush that bastard Yang Wei. Liang Xiaoyang also helplessly said, I just bought Chanel perfume for my girlfriend, also have no money. Sun Jipeng also sighed helplessly, I swished 4,000, but cannot swipe that bastard Yang Wei. This breath does not come out, the body is uncomfortable. They also know that Qin Ming does not have much money, but did not let Qin Ming brush gifts, but only complained about their lack of money. Qin Ming looked at the conversations in the class group, and it was basically Li Meng justifying Yang Wei's actions. My family Wei has plenty of money to brush whoever he wants. What do you guys care? You can also brush Why accuse my family Wei? Doesn't my Wei have the freedom to spend money? Wei didn't give Zhang Xiaoyan much money in the past, right? Does it have to be for life? Is Zhang Xiaoyan as cheap as Qin Ming's stinking silk? Want someone to adopt her?
Qin Ming looked depressed. How did he become the one who wanted to be adopted?
Li Meng also did not give him money to spend. Li Meng continued to say in the group, near the vermilion is red, near the ink is black. Xiaoyan, you have to understand this truth. You have to apologize to me. I will let my family Wei back to support you. The class group is basically only Li Meng, a person talking, dislike Zhang Xiaoyan also not on the mouth. At this time, the hospital, Zhao Fugi's separate ward, Li Meng holding a cell phone proudly raised the corners of his mouth, said, you group of stinking silk, simply not Wei's opponent. It's great to be rich. She said, she kissed Yang Wei on the side. Yang Wei is very popular, he easily soaked Li Meng. I thought yesterday to take advantage of the small bamboo forest, but ended up running into Qin Ming and Ni Haitang, a disagreement. So today is also the blood money, with all the way to please Li Meng, tonight to sleep Li Meng. Li Meng said excitedly, this Zhang Xiaoyan bitch, against me? And also to Qin Ming that stinking silk say good things? What, I am too much? Is it wrong for me to say that? Qin Ming is not eat soft, cannot support the wall of mud? Nuni yoaya JB? Lying on the bed, Zhao Fugi said, "Damn, Zhang Xiaoyan actually spoke for Qin Ming? What a self-indulgent bitch. What's so good about that kind of silk?" Zhao Fugi's little brother Ma Fei also said, "No, it is looking for death to oppose us." Zhang Xiaoyan later live also cannot get up. Qin Ming is also a pest, even people. At this time the class group Zhao Li Niu angry, said, "Yang Wei, do not go too far. Deliberately against Xiaoyan has caused her to lose 2 games. She only helped Zhao Ming to say a word. Don't be so petty. Li Meng and Zhao Ming's matter. Why involve others?" Li Meng looked, immediately fire up, fingers flying input. "I just with Qin Ming is incompatible, what? Whoever helps Qin Ming is against me." Zhang Xiaoyan, you said in the group, said Qin Ming is a stink silk deserved. To me to admit fault. My family away immediately help you brush gifts. Zhao Fugi also typed in the class group. I'm Zhao Fugi also join. I just asked my father for 50,000 yuan. All for you to brush up no problem. I'm tired of seeing poor people like Qin Ming. Many students in the class group looked at such tit-for-tat words, are very speechless. Boom, Zhao Li Niu and angry to slap the table, cursing, rich great grass. It's too much, kill the heart. In the live room, Zhang Xiaoyan just finished singing a song. Looking at their blue power bar, only 1/3 left. Popularity and gifts are not as good as the opponent. Looking to lose, she took out her phone. In the class group typed, Li Meng, you have not said break up with Qin Ming cheated. Indeed you are not right. I will not apologize. Quote. Li Meng a look, immediately exploded, angry gritted teeth. In the class group a sneer emoji package. Li Meng said, away, Fu Gui brother. Zhang Xiaoyan, this bitch must be against me. You help me out of this bad breath The woman, Zhang Xiaoyan, she is not a rich woman. Because of these years lived to earn a little money to think very big? It's not because of Wei and Fugi. Without your gifts, what is she? Zhao Fugi and Yang Wei hummed, no problem. It's just money. My father will still give me. The two people with cell phones continue to give Zhang Xiaoyan to the PK female anchor swish gifts. Gradually Zhang Xiaoyan's popularity is getting lower and lower. Everyone ran to the next door to see the tycoon. The actual fact is that the actual people are not only the most popular, but also the most popular. Big tycoon Yang Wei yo yo yo. Thank you Fugi brothers 30 airplanes. Haha. That female anchor called Xiaoyan lost. This is only 3 minutes of PK. Her power bar is left at 10/10. This level still participate in PK. Is it not self-defeating? Zhang Xiaoyan's live broadcast room, she watched her power bar getting lower and lower. Her face was unusually ugly, but there was nothing she could do. She was not a full-time anchor, not so many high viscosity fans. When Li Meng saw Zhang Xiaoyan's ugly expression, he laughed out loud. Zhang Xiaoyan, you're stupid now, right? You can't fight anymore, right? You deserve to lose because you can't even stand in a team. You'll lose any more PK, besides losing face. Later without the big gold master, you can't get up live. You also became a silk girl like Qin Ming, really a pair of Your attitude is not very tough? Tough one more I see You talk to Qin Ming can help you? He is a waste of stinking silk, now estimated in the bar to people watching the door. Ha. These words Li Meng directly in Zhang Xiaoyan live typing, a sarcastic words. So Zhang Xiaoyan greatly stimulated, tears in the eyes straight play. But the reality is cruel. 5 minutes of PK time is not over. Her blue power bar has bottomed out, can be too miserable but. The background of Zhang Xiaoyan's live room, the tube also came a message. Zhang Xiaoyan, how did you get? The PK is not a decent gift, or a page recommendation. No dirt fans should not apply for this PK. The platform will not waste resources on you. Zhang Xiaoyan endured the aggravation, silently typed in the background to the tube, sorry. Ding dong, Suddenly Zhang Xiaoyan's live room popped up. A reward announcement is not forensic. Qin Ming gave the lovely Xiaoyan a rocket. Chapter 16. Oh ha tilde? The class group 1 by 1 students had surprised emojis, because Zhang Xiaoyan's live broadcast room brushed out 1 by 1 rocket, and the fireworks of that rocket rising to the sky was very dazzling. Who is so rich? A rocket is $2,000, compared to $100 of airplane cowhide more. My God is still brushing, still brushing. Not the forensic Qin Ming. Who is this id really? Ah. Ha 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 ha. Someone can't look away. Is it someone from the class? It's not Qin Ming, right? Qin Ming should be working part-time right now. Is it someone who is impersonating Qin Ming? The original class group where only Li Meng was talking, suddenly various students started chatting because the rocket brush was too strong. Qin Ming, who is not a forensic scientist, has sent out 50 rockets. Everyone go to the lovely Xiaoyan's live broadcast room to watch. This system pop-up was forcibly pushed to every anchor's live broadcast room. The original is lost. Zhang Xiaoyan also confused. She never thought in the last minute of the PK, actually someone's strong reward. The female anchor with Zhang Xiaoyan PK is also silly. This is a stable win situation. She sang and danced, the result suddenly out of the blue? Yang Wei and Li Meng is also speechless. Who is against them? Ah. Lying on the hospital bed, Zhao Fugi cursed, damn. Who is this person? $100,000 at the first offer? Her live background tube emergency message. Finally a tycoon brush gifts. Zhang Xiaoyan, your chance to come. Can seize this opportunity. Interact with the tycoon more. More brush gifts. I will help you arrange to the page. Singing and dancing or something. To please each other. Got it? Zhang Xiaoyan hurriedly gave the tube back the word, good. Zhang Xiaoyan said to Mike crazy happy. Thank you not forensic Qin Ming. The boss you are too generous. Xiaoyan are a little heartwarming it? The boss wants Xiaoyan singing? Or dance? Or would you like to chat with Xiaoyan? The first thing you need to do is to get a good idea of what you want to do.
At this time, Qin Ming's dormitory, Zhao Li Niu, Liang Xiaoyang and Sun Jipeng all turned back to Qin Ming and asked, and what? Is this it you? And what? This is indeed the gift. Qin Ming brushed. He was surprised that the usual relationship ordinary Zhang Xiaoyan will be for him, and Li Meng backtalk. But also caused her to lose 2 past Big Gold Master. For this reason, Qin Ming wants Zhang Xiaoyan to win. Li Meng does not like money? Thinking that money can beat everything? Then Qin Ming let her lose at the feet of money. However, Qin Ming did not honestly answer the housemate's questions. He shook his head and said, and what? Not me, where do I have money? A few hundred, but not 100,000. And what? The 3 people in the dorm also felt that it was impossible. Zhao Li Niu said, and what? This is a coincidence, right? The name is the same as you. And what? Sun Jipeng said, and what? Also, the name Qin Ming is very common. Ah. And what? Liang Xiaoyang said, and what? Anyway, this time there is a good show. Ah ha ha. Li Meng and Yang Wei, they want to eat defeat. This kind of hand on 100,000 reward is not the average rich. Ah. And what? So, the dormitory 3 people began to take turns typing sarcasm in the class group. Zhao Li Niu frantically typed, and what? Yang Wei continued to brush off. What? You've met your match and you can't do it? You said you were a rich kid? Not driving an Audi? And what? Liang Xiaoyang also said. And what? Oh, that's just an Audi A3. What class can it be? And what? Sun Jipeng is also not willing to lag behind. And what? So many people still cannot brush a person. Really, the more useless the more arrogant. Ah. And what? Looking at the sarcasm in the class group, Li Meng was so angry that she blew up, dragging Yang Wei and shouting, and what? Ah Wei, brush it up, brush that little bitch Zhang Xiaoyan down. And quat. Yang Wei's face was a bit ugly. He had already spent 40,000 yuan on 3 games, and his pocket money was almost at the bottom, just to help Li Meng out. But Li Meng is not happy. It will not give him sleep. He pursued to Li Meng cannot have the opportunity to open a room. She cannot give up the child set not wolf. Yang Wei continued to brush, ruthlessly. Brush 5 rockets. But on the other hand, Qin Ming quietly brushed another 50 rockets as a retort. The company's main business is to provide a wide range of products and services to its customers. Even other female anchors on the platform also followed in and quat. Hello Xiaoyan, I'm Anchor by Sugar, you're beautiful. Your live room is very lively. I'm here to dip into the European air. And quat. White Sugar sent out a plane. Everyone go to the lovely Xiaoyan live room to watch. And quat. Another platform anchor came in and quat. Hello Xiaoyan beauty, I am the game anchor Master Tiger, come to dip in the air. And quat. Master Tiger sent out a plane. Everyone go to the lovely Xiaoyan live room to watch. And quat. All of a sudden, Zhang Xiaoyan's live room became hot. Qin Ming see these people brush gifts to Zhang Xiaoyan, also want to rub his fortune. He is not stingy. Turn around and give these anchors 5 planes each, 5 times back. In the class group of the economics class, the students all paid attention to this live PK show. Everyone looked crazy. A 5-minute live broadcast brushed more than 200,000 gifts. And quat. Xiaoyan is so powerful. To be among the first-line anchor, rely on themselves is always better than those who rely on others. And quat. Ha ha ha. 5 to 50. This gap is simply a world of difference. See. What is the second generation of rich? Yang Wei, you this level do not say you are the second generation of rich, lose the face of all the second generation of rich. And quat. Zhao Fugi. Your level is like the rich generation in the small village met the rich generation in the big city, cannot be compared. And quat. Justice may be late, but never absent. And quat. Li Meng, you're a fool now, right? Yang Wei has money? How can he not be able to brush others with money? And quat. In the hospital, Li Meng cried in anger as the whole class mocked her. Zhao Fugi and Yang Wei had tried their best to brush 30,000 after feeling completely unable to brush, and gave up. After the live PK, Zhang Xiaoyan said in the class group and quat. I always feel that even though love is free, but not break up cheating is wrong. And quat. Li Meng's palm slapped Yang Wei in anger, shaking with anger and quat. Look at her, this bitch is sticking her nose in the air, why are you so useless? This little thing I have to be aggrieved. Zhang Xiaoyan, that little bitch is now going to die of complacency. And quat. Indeed, Zhang Xiaoyan found an excuse to drink water and was jumping around with excitement outside the live camera. However, Yang Wei could not help but say and quat. I'm all out of money. And quat. Li Meng was speechless, so angry she gritted her teeth and quat. You cannot let me a long face? You really pissed me off. Following you I suffer from this nasty gas every day. Qin Ming did not let me suffer from this nasty gas. And quat. Zhao Fugi on the hospital bed puzzled and quat. Who is this Qin Ming who is not a forensic scientist? It is not really Qin Ming that stinking silk, right? And quat. Yang Wei did not think so, said. And quat. Impossible, it happens to be a rename. Qin Ming, how poor, who does not know? Now it is estimated that still working part-time. And quat. Li Meng heard this, the heart moved. It is not really Qin Ming, right? Because Qin Ming climbed high ni haitang, eat soft rice, so rich. And quat. Yes, it must be like that. And quote, Li Meng heart firmly insisted that, otherwise by virtue of Qin Ming working part-time, where to get so much money Li Meng once thought of. Here, and inexplicably feel better inside and quote, Ha, Qin Ming you a soft rice eater. The previous stinking silk one is still self-reliant, now degenerate to eat soft rice, really more and more. People despise. And quote. Rags to Riches Chapter 17. The next day, Qin Ming finished his class and was planning to go to the bank to withdraw some cash. Zhang Xiaoyan from the same class stopped him and asked, and quote, Qin Ming, honestly, was that internet id, Qin Ming who is not a forensic doctor, last night? You, and quote, Qin Ming actually received private chat messages from Zhang Xiaoyan yesterday, but he didn't return them because he was tired and went to bed early. Qin Ming shook his head and said, and quote, not me, maybe it's a rename. And quote. Zhang Xiaoyan slightly disappointed look. Oh, and then said and quote, then in the future when you have time to watch me live by the way, you broke up with Li Meng, I support you ha. And quote. Qin Ming smiled and said a thank you. Zhang Xiaoyan just turned around and took 2 steps. The girl next to her said, and quote, Qin Ming is a poor man, Xiaoyan. You find him as a fan of what use? You don't really think that the id last night is our class Qin Ming, right? He has the capital to reward 20 million, I will follow his name, and quote. Another friend also said, and quote, no, it's good that you have that not forensic doctor last night. The typical child's face of Xiaoyan, that is not the forensic doctor is not good for you. Oh, and quote, yes, there is a big moneymaker, not worried about food and drink. I want to have the attention of the big boss is good. And quote, then you have to have such a beautiful face. And such a raging body as Xiaoyan. And quote, Xiaoyan in the future become a big anchor, big star, do not forget that we classmates And quote, the company's main business is to provide a wide range of products and services to its customers. Not to say false, noon Qin Lu dinner, go with the my treat. And quote, yeah, I'll go. And quote, Zhang big beautiful treat, I must go. And quote, at this time, at the door of the classroom, secretly watching this scene of Li Meng. Angry gritted her teeth, she was jealous because as the 2 most beautiful girls in the class. Zhang Xiaoyan is the classmate's sought-after beauty anchor, she is being ridiculed a gun 48 blocks. She is mentally unbalanced, although the chest is not as exaggerated as Zhang Xiaoyan. But the height and appearance she is not inferior. Why do they all follow Zhang Xiaoyan, but ignore her Li Meng? Li Meng face covered with cloudy, staring at Qin Ming who politely refused to eat. Qin Lu viciously said and quote, it is Qin Ming you bastard stink silk caused, must be eating soft rice, I will definitely catch the evidence. When the time comes to announce the class, hey, see how humiliated you are. And quote, Qin Ming just walked out of the school building and saw Ni Haitang coming to him. He was surprised and asked, and quote, Haitang, what's wrong? And quote, pay back the money. And quote, Ni Haitang handed him a bag and said, and quote, Qing finally asked Qin Lu for the money for that meal back, so he paid it back, but the person who really paid the bill was you, so I sent you the money. And quote, Qin Ming dawned on him, remembering that there was a broad young Zhao Tuo of the Electrical Engineering College who was caught by his parents on the way to invite him to dinner. He took the bag, took out a stack of bills and put it back with a glance, with cash, but do not need to go to the bank to get money. Li Meng far from the head to look at. See Qin Ming got so much money, Immediately a whole bag of cash. Estimated to have 100,000, right? Li Meng grew up and never saw 100,000. Cash. Li Meng heart jealousy and quat. Good you Qin Ming, really is to eat soft rice, this Ni Haitang blind eyes can, actually look at him? What's so great about him? If only Yang Wei could also give me 100,000. And quat. Yang Wei only has 20,000 pocket money a month, and only a few days. After he got well, he spent several tens of thousands on Li Meng. Although it is already quite good, but she is still not satisfied. She also wants 1V bags, Gucci perfume, Celine clothes, Cartier watches, Dior jewelry. She also wants more and more. Li Meng said to himself. And quat. Really angry, why Qin Ming that silk can find a rich white beauty to adopt, but also so much money? Yang Wei guy so impotent? Last night Zhang Xiaoyan live brush not win, today there is no money also avoid me. And quat. Ah, yes, and quat. Li Meng suddenly had a flash of inspiration. Thought of a plot, revealing a treacherous smile and quat. If I go begging for a compound, Qin Ming, that stinking silk will certainly agree, then that money is mine. And quat. In the front, Ni Haitang returned the money and said in quat. Ching Ching said badminton club together for dinner, do you go ah? And quat. Qin Ming felt that he still cannot get along with Zhang Qingqing, shook his head, and said in quat. No, you go. Tell the president I have a part-time job to do it. And quat. After Qin Ming separated from Ni Haitang, he thought that 88,000 was so much, he had to find a way to remit a little to his family to convince them that he had the ability to earn money. Suddenly, a figure rushed over and blocked Qin Ming's way. Qin Ming was stunned to see Li Meng rushing up. His mood was a bit complicated, his first love, but also the woman who hurt him so badly, said. And quat. Li Meng, you have something. And quat. Li Meng suddenly said sadly and quat. Qin Ming, let's get back together. And quat. Qin Ming's heart moved. Li Meng actually begged for a compound? So suddenly? Last night it was clear that the words were so hard to hear. Qin Ming said, and quat. Do you think it's possible? I admit that I was not able to give you happiness before, but you did not break up with me and then cheated. You still have the face to ask for a compound? And quat. Li Meng still said with a sad expression and quat. How impossible. Is it possible that in the past 2 years you have not loved me? I originally did not want to break up with you, I just want a newest fruit machine. I do not want you to work so hard, do 3 part-time jobs a day. But it happened that you showed up, and I was angry in my heart. And quat. Qin Ming laughs. This reason can be really refreshing. He asked funny rhetorical and quat. You cheat caught, you are still angry what? And quat. Li Meng hands together, put on the chest, suddenly said excitedly and quat. Of course I am angry, I was in order to make you less hard, at the expense of sex to cheat Yang Wei. Let him buy me an Apple phone. You not only do not understand me, but scold me. I was angry to say those words. I had thought to explain to you afterwards, after all, the fruit machine to hand. But what about you? Say so angry words in public, and also said I gunned 48 pieces, ooh, and quat. Speaking of which, Li Meng cried, her tears flowing. She wiped her eyes' tears and continued, and quat. You humiliated me like that. How can I see people in the future? When I get angry, I simply get along with Yang Wei and forget about it. Qin Ming, you say, when I was with you, you have money? When I gave my body to you, did I dislike you for being poor? Do I not love you? And quat. And quat. And quat. Qin Ming listened to the words and could not say. At that time the breakup did hot blood on the brain. Now think back. Li Meng followed him for 2 years, although not a great wealth, but he has been serving Li Meng as a princess. There is not much loss, right? Qin Ming is not so gullible. He said and quote, "You are with Yang Wei, and still say so many disgusting words, everywhere to denigrate my character. That is the performance of love me?" And quote. Li Meng pretended to pout. And quote, "Because I am angry. You do not understand me, and will not go back to coax me after the matter is also looking for business school Ni Haitang, climbing the high branch of the rich white beauty. Do not look up to me, and say love me? Oh, 2 years of feelings, just talk. I cry alone. Every night, do you know? Have you ever been sad for me?" And quote. Qin Ming heard, immediately fire. And quote. "I how not sad? I still haven't gotten over the breakup." And quote. Li Meng suddenly stepped forward and took Qin Ming's hand, saying, and quote, "Since you still have me in your heart, let's get back together. Even these days I followed Yang Wei. I have not opened a room with him, because I simply do not like him. I like his money only. I have been with you for 2 years. Have you ever had money?" And quote. Qin Ming listened to the dumbfounded, "When the breakup that will, but said can not stand his poverty. Now this reason can really be absolute." Chapter 18. Li Meng's hand is so soft, the touch is so familiar. Qin Ming was once in a trance, thought it was before the breakup. She said, and quote, "Qin Ming, watching you eat soft rice, watching you fall. I can't stand it. You are so good grades. The future will be able to get ahead. Why do you want to eat soft rice? What's so great about that rich white girl Ni Haitang? She must have seen you have a few handsome. She spent money to buy you. Play you just tired of playing will not hesitate to dump you. This is true love." And quote. Qin Ming was stunned, said and quote. "Who said I eat soft rice? This money is not given to me by Ni Haitang, it is my own." And quote. Li Meng took the opportunity to open the bag to see. Immediately gulped. Many stacks of bills. If this money is spent on her, 1v bags, Gucci perfume, Celine clothes, Cartier watches, Dior lipsticks, it is not all there? Just now, I watched Ni Haitang give you money. Last night in the bamboo forest she also said she was your girlfriend. This is not eating soft rice? Qin Ming, I know I was wrong before, too angry. Deliberately stimulated you to go with Yang Wei, but I really do not feel for Yang Wei. See you degenerate to eat soft rice. I just feel that you have to stop you. You have to hang a horse. And quote. Qin Ming said and quote. This is my speculation earned money, before lending out some. Now Haitang return it. And quote. Li Meng widened her eyes, incredulous. Qin Ming did speculate in stocks before, but he said at the time loss, the original is a fraudulent muffled money? Li Meng's eyes slithered around and her mind became active and quote. Good for you Qin Ming, actually hide it from me. Oops, I should have known that I waited a while longer, if the breakup later, Qin Ming. These money must have been invested in me. And quote. Qin Ming broke his hand and said, and quote. Okay. I'm not afraid to tell you honestly. I am not in love with Haitang last night because you are aggressive. Haitang is just a favor to me. If it's okay, I'm leaving. And quote. And quote. Hey, don't you go. And quote. Li Meng was even more shocked to hear this. Qin Ming actually did not climb up Ni Haitang that white rich beauty, but relied on his own ability to earn so much money in the stock market? That's not even better? Li Meng heart excited bad and quote. As long as the success of the compound, then Qin Ming's money is not all spent on me? He used to make a lot of money, but all spent on me. And quote. Qin Ming discontented back, said and quote. Li Meng, what else do you want? You are my first love I have loved. You cheated on me, I choose to forgive. Honestly, you do not provoke me, I will not disturb your new life. And quote. Li Meng said pitifully and quote. You still don't believe me? I just can't bear the thought of you working so hard to help me save money to buy a new phone. What exactly do you want me to do to believe me? If you don't believe me again, let's go get a room. And quote. As soon as the words left her mouth, Li Meng pulled Qin Ming and ran to the hotel. Outside the school, Qin Ming was also stunned. Li Meng really changed his mind? The first time you have a good room. Li Meng directly lying on the bed, lifting up the dress, revealing a pair of long legs and black underwear, said in quote. Come on Qin Ming, we are not the first time. You are strong these days without me. You must be suffocated, right? End quote. Qin Ming felt that this is really farce, for his hands of this bag of money. Li Meng directly so shameless? He was not heartbroken, he only heartbroken, his once beloved first love. Why would he become a slave to money? He took out a stack of money, a total of 10,000 yuan, threw it on the bed, said and quote. Li Meng, I promised you that I would save money to buy you the latest Apple phone, although Yang Wei bought it for you, but I also do not want to break my word. Qin Ming is also a man of his word. This 10,000 yuan for you. I'm leaving. And quote. Li Meng quickly picked up the 10,000 yuan, fingers crossed the bill, her heart was crazy and quote. Qin Ming, you really still like me in your heart, really a silk, was dumped and still not fond of, your stupid personality is really too good to cheat, huh, I wanna cheat you all. And quote. Qin Ming just walked to the door, Li Meng suddenly hugged him from behind. Feel the familiar temperature behind. Qin Ming heart nest a tremor. In the past when in love, he most like Li Meng hugged him from behind. And quote. Money, I don't want. And quote. Li Meng returned the money and said, and quote. Ah Ming, I really love you. I just cheated Yang Wei for money. Why don't you believe me? The words that I scolded you, I did not really want to scold, I was just angry, so angry that I lost my mind. If you don't believe me, I don't want the phone Yang Wei gave me. And quote. Slap. Li Meng threw the brand new Apple phone on the ground, then the heel of her high heels stepped on it and the screen shattered. Qin Ming raised his eyebrows. Li Meng really stepped on the phone and shattered it. At that moment, Qin Ming's heart was shaken. If Li Meng wants to cheat him, there is no need to stomp on the new Apple phone. Seeing Qin Ming's wavering eyes, Li Meng's heart became even happier. She was too familiar with Qin Ming. Indeed, Qin Ming is sometimes very ruthless, but the real Qin Ming, but a more gentle person. The past 2 years, she was tired of Qin Ming's poverty, but also is not to give up Qin Ming's gentle, has been dragging not to say break up, until the crash cheating scene. Women, well, in addition to money, also like to be taken care of by men as babies. The actual fact is that you can find a lot of people who are not able to get a good deal on a lot of things. It belongs to you. If you don't cherish it this time, then you won't have the chance in the future. And quote. Soft, delicate, warm. One hand cannot grasp. Qin Ming's expression was cloudy. He thought in his heart, maybe Li Meng really still loves him. Maybe Li Meng really just doesn't want him to work too hard as a part-time job before lying to Yang Wei. Maybe Li Meng's previous slanderous words were really just in his anger. 2 years of affection, Qin Ming actually with love to the depths, just after the loss of love, has been hidden and not. Qin Ming backhandedly hugged Li Meng, softly said and quote. Meng, you really still love me. And quote. Li Meng also hugged Qin Ming, leaning on his shoulder. eyes wide open, because of the extreme effort to hold back the inner joy, resulting in facial muscles overly distorted. Li Meng a piece of lightly caressed Qin Ming back, while tenderly said, "En quote, of course Qin Ming, as long as you like, I am always your woman. Because, I always have only you in my heart." En quote. In the afternoon, after rolling the sheets, Qin Ming threw the two used sets on the bed to the paper basket, looked at the next Li Meng, he embraced the slim and beautiful woman into his arms, said in quote, "Meng Meng, I'm so happy, you still love me in your heart." En quote. Li Meng shy smile and quote, "Of course. You cannot say the words angry me again, what? 48 yuan a gun, said that people out of the same." En quote. Qin Ming hurriedly palmed his mouth, said, En quote. I was also angry words, you do not take it seriously. En quote. Li Meng smiled and said, En quote. Of course I won't take it seriously. But you have to buy a new phone to compensate me. I also want Gucci perfume, 1V bags, Celine clothes, Cartier watches, Dior lipstick, otherwise I will not let you go. En quote. Qin Ming touched Li Meng's body and said en quote, No problem, we'll go now. You can buy whatever you want. En quote. Li Meng happily rolled over on Qin Ming's body and asked excitedly en quote, by the way, how much money did you make in total from stock speculation? En quote. Qin Ming showed a subtle smile and said, en quote, not much, just these in this bag, 88,000. En quote. Rags to Riches Chapter 19. In the evening, the two took a taxi to the Star River Trend Front, the commercial street most frequented by tycoons in Guangcheng. After Li Meng was pampered, and because she could immediately have money to spend at will, her mind was full of those luxury brands, and the smile on her face could not be concealed, like a spring breeze. The night of the metropolis is always particularly crowded, especially the trendy front line of Xing. A Xing Plaza attracts all the rich people in Guangcheng City day and night to come to spend, to buy those imported luxury top products, to eat a class meal, to show their extraordinary fortune. Li Meng, holding Qin Ming's hand, said en quote, Qin Ming, this dumbass, when I spend all his money, kick him away. He turned back to pour, then his face will look good, ha ha ha. En quote. As he was walking, Qin Ming saw a Swiss chocolate store at the intersection, Tecker, Toish. It is said that this brand has the world's first chocolate name. Chocolate is a must-have gift for couples, and that Tecker store to buy is also the luxury of chocolate, $5 a pound of black truffle chocolate. Qin Ming remembered that when he used to deliver at Star Plaza, he often passed by this store and often saw many rich kids buying for their girlfriends, usually buying a box, that also had to be $1,000. At that time he had secretly vowed that in the future, if he had money, he would invite his girlfriend to eat this world's first chocolate. Qin Ming said en quote, Meng Meng, wait for me. I'll go buy a chocolate. En quote. Li Meng followed his line of sight to look at the Swiss luxury chocolate brand Ecker. Yesterday Yang Wei brought her here, did not want to buy it, because the chocolate old expensive. Li Meng hurriedly pulled him en quote, do not want it, too expensive. I buy Dove is fine. How much money do you earn? En quote. Yes, you only earned 88,000. Only. Next I want to buy new fruit machines, 1V bags, Celine clothes, Cartier watches, Dior lipstick. I'm afraid not enough to spend all. The stomach how to eat and take in the hand to show off the strong? Li Meng also calculates to have spare money, but also intend to cheat a diamond ring. Qin Ming heard this, cannot help but a burst of emotion, patting Li Meng's hand, said, en quote, do not worry, enough money, a box of up to 1,000, as long as you are happy, how much money I can spare. And quote, Chin Ming is running towards the chocolate store. He is in a good mood. Li Meng has become the same as before, will pain him to spend money. This may be true love it. A box of black truffle chocolates, but also specially wrapped with gold foil, which is the online. Many tycoons show off eating gold, so that the price doubled again. A box of 8 top black truffle chocolates, it cost $3,000. Chin Ming took the chocolates and was about to walk away, but saw a side of the intersection side. Many people were watching a young girl. The girl was kneeling on the ground, with a cardboard advertisement hanging beside her. With the words and quote, please help my family and quote, written in large letters. From the content, her mother has cardiovascular disease, still 100,000 yuan short of funds to do heart bypass surgery. Hope that the good people of the community relief, grateful for words like that. And quote, TCH. Begging actually dare to come to Star River Plaza? Soon to be driven away. And quote, this woman is quite beautiful, how to do such a lowly thing. And quote, and the university cities. Female college students? Oh, it's a joke. These days college girls are becoming derogatory terms. And quote, call the police, this cheated a box of money. Although they are a piece of 50 cents, but this behavior is fraud. And quote, that girl all kinds of being said, did not speak. Just silently bowed her head to bear. And Chin Ming looked at her kneeling knees in front of her own ID card, student ID card, mother's disease diagnosis, and cell phone display online. Crowdfunding interface. The online crowdfunding interface only shows that 10,000 yuan has been raised, for the urgent need of 100,000 yuan, completely insufficient. And quote, ID card and student ID card fake it. These days cheaters make fake certificates more normal. And quote, forget it, the security guards will come to kick people out. And quote, hey, beautiful, I'll adopt you. How about 20,000 a month? And quote, ha 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 ha, young dragon. People wrote down that they want 100,000. And quote, grass, I gave 100,000 to sleep one night. She ran away, not a loss. 100,000 is the price of a new young model a month. And quote, tisk, now people have hands and feet, not work well. How to generate to begging to cheat money such a point. And quote, the cynicism of the passers-by only made the girl more painful. Her head nodded even lower, because the first time she did this kind of thing, she did not know what to do, and could only try to endure, expecting some kind people to help. I don't know if the ID card is forged. The student ID Chin Ming will not be mistaken. The girl is actually their Department of Electronic Commerce of China Provincial University of Technology, known as the Civilian School Flower Bai Yuchen. Chin Ming felt that Bai Yuchen said the situation is true. She is not cheating money, she is really begging. Listen to the bottomless ridicule of these people. Chin Ming could not stand it. He stood in front of the crowd, said and quote, you do not donate money, do not insult people, a girl, for the family, put down their dignity, out begging, how difficult. If you don't donate money, why do you want to hurt people? And quote, the passers-by were condescendingly criticizing and humiliating the begging female college students to show their presence, and suddenly Chin Ming came out to dislike them, and they were immediately upset. Some people said in a strange way, and quote, oh, here comes the trust. I was thinking, there is no trust, how to cheat money. And quote, no, these days there are many full-time beggars. This kind of curse their parents seriously ill, cheat money more. And quote, ya drink. A singer and a couple, no, to donate a piece, and quat, a silver coin was thrown on the ground, obviously wanting Qin Ming to pick it up, using it to humiliate him. Suddenly someone saw the chocolates held in Qin Ming's hand and quat, look, this to hand also. Bought next to Etcher's chocolates, but also bought a box? A monthly salary of tens of thousands. Of only to buy a few taste, you have to how extravagant. And quat, a stone stirred up 1,000 waves. The masses have been grumpy up and quat, fuck, cheated the money to spend here, it is really too abominable, must be reported to the police. And quat, must call the police, thanks to my good intentions just now, donated $10. And quat, catch them. And quat, in the face of the irritable crowd, the begging girl was anxious, she hurriedly said and quat, I don't know him, please. Don't misunderstand him, he was just being nice. Hey, you go quickly, I do not want to drag you. Because of my business. And quat, but the girl's voice is too small, the crowd of at least 30 people, the 7 mouths of the noise, was instantly drowned. In the face of the irritable crowd, her cardboard sign was torn, the words written on the ground were also splashed with water. She helplessly held the fundraising box backwards, let these people fist and kick scolding, she just clung to her mother's life-saving money. The reason I believe she is telling the truth is because I went to the same school as her. And quat, eh? So it's an alumnus. And quat, the begging girl raised her head in surprise and looked at Qin Ming, thinking, and quat, you don't have to suffer unnecessarily for me, who I don't know. And quat, a crowd said loudly and quat, you are not a trust, how do you prove it? And quat, Qin Ming responded, and quat, I donate, I only have 88,000 on me, so I can always prove it, right? And quat, Qin Ming finished, the bag inside a stack of bills out all thrown into the collection box. And quat, ah, no. And quat, suddenly, behind the crowd, Li Meng hands covered his face, out of desperation and collapse of the scream, the sound of the ear-piercing degree, forcing everyone to subconsciously cover their ears. Chapter 20. And quat, ah, don't ah. And quat, Li Meng waiting for Qin Ming back, waiting too long, afraid that Qin Ming will not sleep with him to run away, then she did not lose a lot of money? Break up and give sleep for nothing, in order to please Qin Ming, cheat his confidence, but also the latest Apple phone sent by Yang Wei to step on. So she came over to find Qin Ming. As a result, once she came over here, she saw Qin Ming dumping all of the 88,000 in that bag into the fundraising box. Li Meng was dumbfounded. Her new Apple phone, Gucci perfume, 1V bag, Celine's clothes, Cartier's watch, Dior's lipstick, and diamond ring, all gone. All the beautiful fantasies in her heart, all gone. She was sad, she was desperate, she was angry, and she burst out with an extremely piercing scream. And quat, my money. And quat, Li Meng crazy general pushed away the crowd of onlookers, rushed to the girl kneeling on the ground, she violently to grab the collection box, like a crazy woman. And quat, these are mine, mine. You money cheating bitch, I'll kill you, you bitch, cheating my boyfriend's money. And quat, pop, pop, pop. Li Meng was furious, reached out and grabbed the girl's head, palm crazy slap. The girl just let the slap fall on her own body, she clung to the collection box, choking retort and quat, no, I did not cheat, I really did not cheat, these are life-saving money. And quat, Qin Ming was dumbfounded, how Li Meng suddenly crazy like. It's only 88,000? To him, it is not the same as 88 cents. He hurriedly pulled away Li Meng. To see, said and quat, Meng, do not do so, she is also strange poor. And quat, Snap. Head. Scattered. Li Meng turned back to Qin Ming is a slap, angry gritted teeth, cursed and quat. She poor? Then I am not poor? Qin Ming, are you out of your mind? You don't know her at all and you send her so much money? What about me? I am your girlfriend, I do not have a penny, you are the silk of the mud cannot support the wall, it is not easy to earn so little, all send out, are you crazy? And quat. Qin Ming explained that and quat. Not Meng Meng, she is rushing to save people, saving a life is better than creating 7 levels of pontoon. I promised you that I would not be less than you want, I will buy you, now I am, and quat. Snap. Li Meng did not wait for Qin Ming to finish, backhanded another slap, she had completely lost her mind. She pointed at Qin Ming's nose and cursed and quat. I've been hearing this for 2 years, you'll buy me anything I want. Have you ever bought it? I've been lucky, I've made some money in the stock market, I haven't spent a penny yet, I've given it all away. Now you've turned into a stinky silk, and you're drawing big pies for me, aren't you? And quat. Qin Ming heart thumped, said and quat. Meng Meng, you said that I love me is care about my people, you do not care about money? And quat. Who the hell is going to get back together with you if you don't have money? And quat. Li Meng was furiously abusive and quat. No money, you deserve to be with me? If you don't have money, you're just a dishwasher? Watchdog? I am really angry with you, this stinking silk to die, so easy to speculate in the stock market to earn some money, turn back to the saintly mother heart to give away the money. I paid so much today, the phone was dropped, but the result is not to get the hair, but also received your 2 guns. I really lost to my grandmother's house. And quat. Yang Wei's family has money, he is a rich 2nd generation, every month can ask for money from the family. And you? But hit the jackpot in the stock market to earn a sum of money, you and Yang Wei have comparable? I am just to make you happy, I want your money. What happened? You gave away all your money. And quat. You have money, not first love girlfriend, first send money to others? Such an extremely stinky silk. Like you deserves to be a single dog. And quat. Qin Ming's stitched up heart cracked open once again. He thought that Li Meng stepped on the phone sent by Yang Wei and took the initiative to open a room with him, really looking for him to get back together, and he thought that Li Meng still chose love between love and bread. As a result, it was all wishful thinking on his part. Qin Ming smiled sadly, he shook his head, a small self-deprecating and quat. Thanks to my prevention hand, not too early to say that I am already globally rich. Otherwise, in the future, it is not possible to end up in the same situation as my righteous father. And quat. But Qin Ming is still not dead, reached out and said and quat. Meng Meng, although I have no money, but I will earn money in the future. You see, I bought you tecker, toish, chocolate. And quat. Li Meng raised her hand and slapped the chocolate on the ground, without even looking at him, and rushed to the begging girl and quat. You bitch, that money is my boyfriend's, quickly put the money down, all that money is mine, all mine. And quat. The girl who was collecting money was actually quite smart and took advantage of the quarrel between the two to run away to the subway entrance with the collection box. The sky is unpredictable, the sky suddenly thunderclouds and lightning. Suddenly came a thunderstorm. Qin Ming stood in place, let the wind blowing rain to not move. Square intersection here, the onlookers did not have a lively look, soon scattered. In fact, today Qin Ming actually did not lose anything, but took advantage of Li Meng, but his mood is not happy. He once thought that Li Meng is a change of heart, they are between the test of true love, the results are just a pavilion in the air. He tilted his head against the pouring rain and lamented, and quote, "It's true, first love is the most unforgettable and the most painful. However, Li Mengyu once again let me understand that true love is priceless. You have twice brushed aside the glory and wealth you wanted. This may be your life." And quote. Qin Ming wiped the rain from his face and was about to go back when there was suddenly an extra umbrella over his head. Qin Ming was surprised that it was the girl who begged for donations, Bai Yuchen, who was holding an umbrella and returned to the intersection. Bai Yuchen was a bit formal and said, and quote, "Great. You are really still here. That, I'm sorry, because of me, caused you to break up with your girlfriend. I thought about it, although I really need the money, but to cause you to break up with your girlfriend, I also feel bad. I return the money to you." And quote, said, Bai Yu Chun handed over a black plastic bag, which contains all the money that Qin Ming just sent out. Qin Ming was slightly surprised and asked, and quote, "Your mother is not waiting for money for surgery? Since I gave it to you, it proves that I'm not bad at this point." And quote, Bai Yuchen said, and quote, "It's okay. A money lender has just contacted me, willing to lend me money and allow me to pay it back slowly later. I appreciate your enthusiasm. You should also quickly make up with your girlfriend." And quote. Qin Ming took the money and felt a little emotional. Li Meng could sacrifice her sex for this money, just to buy luxury goods. And this girl, whose family was obviously in desperate need of money, mistakenly thought that she had split up a couple and was over the moon, and made a point of returning it. After saying that, Bai Yuchen held up her umbrella and ran quickly towards the nearby subway entrance. Qin Ming looked at her distant back, the heart inexplicably in a feeling of being cured. Yes, there are thousands of girls, there will always be. Not for the money to bend. Qin Ming touched the water stains on his face. He was planning to contact his secretary Song Ying to send him back to school. After all, soaking wet, there will be no cab willing to take him. Qin Ming thought to himself, and quote, "Why not buy a car?" And quote, but Qin Ming just opened his phone. The phone immediately rang, but it was the dormitory brother Zhao Li Niu's number. This night to find him do not know what. Qin Ming took a deep breath, let himself calm some and quote, "Hey, brother Niu, what is it?" And quote, but at the other end of the phone, Zhao Liniu said, and quote, "Qin Ming, where are you?" The company's main business is to provide a wide range of products and services to the market. The off-campus base bar, come immediately. Ha! And quote. Qin Ming was speechless. The dormitory brothers how to introduce him to that Chen Mulan? He refused, and quote. "No, I'm soaked to the skin, like a chicken. Hello? Brother Niu?" Tisk. Hung up, and quote.